been one of my lifetime goals to come to Moab, Utah. And this is one of the more tricky trails of the group. This is called Hell's Revenge. And I'm about to turn around here in a second because it's getting in way over my head. The steep hill going in was one thing, but what's coming up here in a second is just too technical for me. So anyhow, Moab, Utah is one of those places that's always in the magazines, in the movies. Whenever I see an off-road motorcycle movie or a Jeep or rock crawling ATV and side-by-side, and whatever has to do with ATV, off-road vehicles, always seems to have centered around Moab, Utah. So this is my opportunity to check it out. And you can see it's getting a little bit gnarly right here, and I'm about to pull the plug on it and turn it around and go find a little easier trail to start with. So back to my bucket list story. Moab, Utah has always been on my bucket list, so I can officially check that off. I left with no, at least today, no bangs and bruises. Didn't drop the bike. Their sand is not really a sugar sand like the Florida sand is. It's easier to ride in. You don't sink in as far, I presume, because somewhere down there's these rocks. So it's either sand or rocks, and the sand isn't as sandy because it does have rocks in it as Florida sand. But the rocks, these rock edges, these rocks don't move. So it's kind of tricky, a little bit of getting used to. And this is the Hell's Revenge. I'm about to go back down the steep hill that I came in on. And I'll go find, there's another set of trails called Fins and Things that I'm going to go find and fly the drone some. But anyhow, this trailhead is about a mile outside of Moab. So you can ride the RV site that I'm camping at. I could ride right from the campsite here, right through town, and right onto this trail. There's no trailering. People ride dirt bikes down the street here. Side-by-sides are real popular. You can rent a side-by-side for from about 40 different places here in Moab. Moab's a pretty small town, and I think it completely centers around off-road vehicles. So you can see I got the drone flying here, trying to find the smoothest route. I want to put some music on for a second. So I don't know if you saw that, but the drone controller fell off, and I was lucky that I found it in the ditch there. If I wouldn't have noticed that it fell off, just barely caught my attention, then I would have never found it again. The drone would have just gone back to where I launched it from. So it would have both been a write-off. But as it stands, I think the drone's fine. You know, it caught the whole scene, but the controller seems to be fine too. I blew it off. Somebody once said that the longer you look at an obstacle, the bigger it gets. I think that's a pretty true statement. Sometimes you just got to go for it. It all worked out today.